together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah. It's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I will be joined here by my brother Tim in a little bit here. But we've got 2 games in the NHL, 2 potential elimination games in the Nashville Predators and the Vancouver Canucks, and the Dallas Stars and the Vegas Golden Knights, with the Stars and the Canucks looking to close out the series in Game 6 on the road. And then we have 2 games in the NBA, where the one road team is looking to close it out here in Game 6 with the Cleveland Cavaliers looking to finish the series there. And I believe the Mavericks looking to close down that series as well against the Clippers, up 3-2 as they head back to Dallas there. They are up 3-2 as they look to close out that series at home as 8-point favorites. We'll get into those. And then we have a full slate of baseball here on Friday. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. One went right, one went wrong in the world of sports betting. And yesterday was annoying. It was. I got the first play. The first play was a winner for me. Cubs' first 5 came through. And then after that went a solid 0-4. Rockies choked it away late. Not choked it away late, but they lost in extra innings. 2 extra inning wins for the Miami Marlins. I'm not sold on them, and I will continue to fade them. And that's the only baseball play I have coming into this game is the Oakland A's, because they have to travel, because Miami has to travel from Miami to Oakland. That's not a fun travel spot whatsoever. And that 76ers were just not the right play. It happens. The markets were pointing towards it. Everything correlated for me to take the Sixers in that game, but was not meant to be. And then the Bruins double up was bad as well. Bruins -105. Bruins team total over 3. Loser. Just a overall frustrating day because just the Bruins couldn't get the job done. That was the big one for me. And we'll have Game 7 back in Boston. I will be on Boston again because I don't trust the Leafs. And we'll see. We'll see if Boston can slay the demons of what happened last year, or if Toronto does of what's happened multiple times against the Boston Bruins. So that'll be an interesting game on Saturday night. But we'll head over to the chat, and then we will get into today's slate for everything. Why is this not clicking? Can this please click? Click on the comments. Click on the comments. There we go. What's good, Josh Lauer? Hello, everyone. Good day. Yesterday, I hope for all. It was not a great day. I appreciate you showing. Not a problem there. All right. Yep. What's good, Nathan? Willie Nylander, 2 goals. Frustrating, yeah. Morning. I could dance to that song. There you go. Today. And then I don't know what that emoji is. So, the Chicago Cubbies lost in extra innings to the New York Mets yesterday. I cashed the Cubbies first 5, and I ended up live betting the Mets full game. Sixers disaster. Yeah, it was not fun. Red Sox versus Twins today is the best game on the card. How can you say that when we have Athletics and Marlins? How can you say that? Come on. Oakland Miami is the best game on the card. What are we talking about? I believe there's also Dodgers and Braves, I think, or something. That's whatever. So, salvaged only a $300 parlay yesterday. Hey, at least you got something there. But we'll go ahead and get it started. Game number 6, and we go back to Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee, with the Predators and the Canucks in this one here. Canucks lead the series 3-2 as we go back to Tennessee there. The Predators off of a 2-1 win in Vancouver to force this game 6, looking to do what Toronto did last night and force a game 7 with the win at home. The road team has dominated this series, though, as the road team has won 3 games in a row, and they've won 4 of the 5 so far in this series. And I look for that to change here in this game. I took the Preds at minus 130 in this game. I look for Nashville to pick up a game at home here. We could have easily been talking about this series being over and the Predators moving on to face the Oilers at this point, because I do believe when you look at this series in general, the Predators have been the better team. And I think that's very tough to argue the other way. Because when you look at the shots, the games that the Preds lost, they outshot Vancouver 30-1 and 30-12. The only problems for Nashville in those games, and the ultimate problem for Nashville in this series, which they got one last game, but it was the first time they got one since game 1, is their power play. As I'm trying to do math in my head here, they're 2 for 19 on power play in this series. Granted, the Canucks have also only scored 2 goals on the power play, and they are 0 for their last 4. And outside of game number 3, they are 0 for 10 on the power play. They're 2 for 13. But neither of these two teams have been doing anything on the power play. And here's another one of those situations where the total I don't really want much to do with. I would think maybe first period under in this game. Let's get into the line history in this spot here because I forgot to do that. Switch over to the NHL here. But when I looked at this game, I looked for game 7s to be forced today. I think we might get 3 in the NHL. And obviously, we are getting at least 1 on Saturday with Boston and Toronto. And I see both these series going to 7 as well. Line opened up at a 130. It's down to a 126. So we do have a slight move towards Vancouver. And this line opened up at a 5.5 minus 101 to 5.5 plus 103. And then we have 62% of tickets, 55% of the cash is on Nashville, 68% of tickets, 60% of the cash on the over. I am a little bit interested in maybe a first period under in this game because this has been a really good under series other than the game where the Canucks came back from down 3-1 to win in overtime, 4-3. That's the only game that's gone over the total of the series. Every single other one was dead nut unders. Actually, game 1 went over 4-2. But yeah, I'm on the Preds here in this game at minus 130. I'm going to look for them to force game 7 in this series, and I do think my series future is still alive.
All right, we're still against each other on the series. Nothing's changed.
I know because you like to back perennial losers and like the Leafs and the Canucks, and they're actually doing okay in these playoffs.
I'm still riding with the Canucks. I have them. I have them in the series. I think they're. I like the Canucks to get out of the series. Now their next round matchup might be a little bit trickier, but I do like them
Very
to.
much so.
Yes, I do like them to get out of this matchup in general against Nashville, which I think had a really good regular season. I don't think they were. I don't think they were quite built for this right now. I'm getting a little bit of plus money with Vancouver, so yes, I'm on the Canucks in this one, even with a third string goalie. That's fine.
Yeah, and also one last thing: if there's anybody I trust to put together a playoff type of roster, so I disagree with the playoff roster thing there, Tim, where you said that the Nashville Predators are not built for it. If there's anybody I trust to put together a playoff roster, it's Barry Trotz.
Okay.
I disagree with you there, but that's beyond the point.
That's fair. Back to the chat.
Ooh, we got an active chat today. 19 on that game there. Let's take a look here. A's money line's up to 140. Wow. When I bet that last night, it was 130. and I'm totally okay with the 130. Which shop around because I don't think it's that expensive on a lot of books. So shop around. Blue Jays and Natties is really the best game, and we get Patrick Corbin. We get Patrick Corbin versus Yusei Kikuchi. We get a battle of two elite left-handed pitchers there, Tim. How exciting is that today?
I'm passing on that one.
Yeah, Timmy. Now the Brewers game is the best on the card. Yeah. No, it's Oakland and Miami. Come on, get it right. Canucks money line. No. Look at it this clear. $300 a day. That's $9,000 a month. That's not bad at all. Yeah, exactly. Morning, boys. Let's smash this shit today. Good luck, y'all, and chat. What's good? Stop Geo. Brock Besser goal. Fair. Besser over 2.5 shots. I agree with Josh Lauer. Yeah. JT Miller goal plus 179. You mean this Cubbies game? And then at Mendoza, I don't know what that is, but yeah. JT Miller over 2.5 shots. There you go. Today we cashed Chelsea. Cashed the Chelsea game.
Yes, we did. They won 2-0. That was nice.
There you go. And he parlayed it with something for 392. Nyquist assist, Forsberg assist. Yeah, I mean, I lean for this game to be under though. So I lean towards the under of this game. So yeah, I don't know about props. JT Miller over 1.5 points. Quinn Hughes assists plus 326. Good luck. Knicks. The smash spot is game 1 of the next series between the Avs and either Vegas or Dallas. Play Avs game 1. Absolutely. I will be on the Avalanche and I will be on the Panthers. I don't care who they play. Vegas or Dallas, Boston or Toronto. I do not care who they play. I'm going to be on the Florida Panthers. I'm going to be on the Colorado Avalanche. And I've already played the Rangers at plus 126 to beat the Canes. So I will probably be on the Oilers as well. So the teams that have already advanced, the teams that are playing right now, I don't see them making it past the next round. It's kind of the way I see it. Because I like the Oilers, I like the Avalanche, I like the Panthers, and I like the Rangers for the next round. So if you're still playing right now, I don't see you making it past the second round, personally. But you never know. Canucks dance, no. Vancouver Canucks. JT Miller, Brock Besser, Eichel goal parlay. I mean, good luck. I like the under. So, or I lean under. So I'm not going to advocate for player props because I might actually move on that first period under. I'm not 100% sure yet. You're on the opposite side, I see. Yeah. Opinions are like a-holes. Everyone got them. A lot of them stink.
Cool.
LMFAO. Yeah. What's good, Nicholas Handy? Guardians and St. Louis run line. I can't back St. Louis at that number. Absolutely not. But am I backing the White Sox? Probably not. Yeah. Going to the Cubs game. There you go. Nick, I am hammering Florida to win the next series. Game 1/series double. Bruins/Leafs are not it. 100% agree. And actually, I'm looking at a game 1 series type of prop for your Denver Nuggets as well against the Minnesota Timberwolves because I don't see them losing game 1 at home. Yeah. I don't see them losing a game at home in the series. Yep. So I like the Nuggets game 1 and to win the series at minus 120. I'm probably going to bet that today.
Cool.
Nola and the fight in Phil is minus 155. That's a little juicy. Oh, by the way, another thing I'm kind of looking at for I think I saw it was 11-1 was an exact game outcome of the Nuggets series. And it went Nuggets, T-Wolves, Nuggets in 5, and the T-Wolves take game 3.
I could see that. I'll be on the Nuggets. I feel like I'm going to be on the Nuggets throughout that entire series just because there's going to be value in that. In my
Absolutely, opinion. I can see that. Yeah. But we'll move on here. The Dallas Stars and the Vegas Golden Knights. What a shift in this series we have had. Vegas took the first 2 games, and it's been Dallas ever since. Now, granted, that overtime win for Dallas, you could make the argument that that Vegas should have won that game. Actually, never mind. I read that as wrong. Nope, they definitely should have lost that game. And when you look at the series here in this one, we have let's take a look at the line history. Let's take a look at the cash flow real quick because this line opened up with the Vegas Golden Knights as -106 favorites. It's now down to 103. Line opened up at a 5.5 -115. It's now 5.5 -116. We have 57% of tickets and 57% of cash on the Stars, which explains the line move towards the Stars. We have 45% of the tickets and 62% of the cash is on the over, with a slight move towards the over in this game. I do kind of lean towards the over in this spot. That's my lean at the moment. I kind of think a draw could be an interesting look in this game as well. I'm very interested in the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, here's something that I think I want to make a move on, and these will be half-unit sprinkles each, Tim. And that would be for both Vegas and Nashville to win the series, half-unit each. And I think that's a better way than just playing the money line here in these spots. So I'm on the I think I'm going to move on both the Vegas Golden Knights and the Nashville Predators to win the series as well.
I like Vegas to win the entire thing, even make it past to the Colorado Avalanche next round. This is a Vegas team that is. I know we made the argument with the Nashville game. This is a Vegas team that is built for the playoffs. We saw it last year. They've got the roster to do it. They've got over the salary cap, whatever you want to say, to do it as well. This is a Vegas team that can make another deep run. The fact that they're now down 3-2 is kind of crazy. Granted, one of them was an overtime game. Last game, they probably should have tied the game if Ottinger didn't make that crazy save at the end of last game. Now, I see that they had the first 4 games with Thompson, then last game with Hill. Is it going to be Hill or Thompson today?
That's a great question. I have not got any news, and I'm assuming Hill.
Okay, I figured because he didn't look bad in the losses, but and granted, one of those goals I think was an empty netter, so he only allowed 3 goals in the 4th game. But I do see Vegas coming back in this series. I got Vegas tonight. I think I'm gonna. That's where I'm going to go with this one. I'm going back to Vegas.
Yeah, you can get Nashville to win the series at plus 255. You can get the Vegas Golden Knights to win the series at plus 360.
Okay. I Vegas has the roster to do it, so that's right.
Yeah.
Able to keep going through the chat. I'm quickly putting in. I have a lot of college baseball today.
Okay.
So,
okay.
I'm excited for college baseball today. A lot of big matchups, including number 2 Arkansas versus number 8 Kentucky today. So that should be fun. Kentucky plus 170 at home. Yeah. All right. Back to Chetnik.
Yeah, I am on the other side of you. There you go. Nathan Fernando. VGK money line, Marchessault goal, Eichel over 1.5 points, same game parlay. I might move on the Vegas Golden Knights at the end of the show. I'm very interested in. I am. And I think I'm going to move on both those teams to win the series. Because then if they do, I'll have a plus 250. If they both win tonight, I'll have a plus 255 and a plus 360 money line for game 7. And I don't have to bet them game 7. That's my idea behind betting them the way it is. Stars money line, lean but no bet. There you go. Yo. What's good, Joe Kryptonite? Nathan, check your DM. So there you go. Mark Stone point. Hannafin assist. William Karlsson point. There you go. Under 5.5 for Fernando. Vegas and 7 for Robert. Plus 340. I do like that. I do like the Vegas look there. Definitely. Raise it, Jolly Roger. You know, still rolling with the unders. And how is Arkansas such a heavy favorite when Kentucky is so good at home? Because Arkansas is that good of a baseball team.
Arkansas is the number 2 team in the nation. I believe it's Hagen Smith, who is pitching today, who's been an absolute beast this year. He's projected, I think,
the number 1 pitcher,
or 18th overall. Last projections had him going to the Mets. Which that would be huge. Hagen Smith's a beast.
I thought he was projected to be the top picked pitcher.
No.
Who is? Chase Burns. That's Chase Burns, right?
I think the top couple picks in the draft are all high school players.
No, it's a very college-dominated draft.
Is it actually?
I think the top prep guy is projected to be like eighth. I think
2024
7 or 8 of the top 10 projected picks are all college players.
Let's see. What's the?
I think. Don't quote me on that though. But I'm MLB mock draft 2024. Let's see what MLB has it for here because they have the top 10. Charlie Condon going number 1 overall to the Guardians. Love that pick.
That's
We might
Georgia.
see him up later in the year. Oregon State second baseman Travis Bazzana. Yeah.
I see. One person had Higgins at 5.
Yeah, I'm seeing Higgins. All right, no, I'm seeing Nick Kurtz to White Sox at 5. The top one is Connor Griffin, the top prep arm, or high school player, going 6 to the Royals. That's just a high upside play. He's not going to be up for a while. And Bryce Rayner is projected 9th out of Harvard Westlake, California. Chase Burns is projected the top overall pitcher at 10. And then Trey Savage at 11 to the Tigers. That'd be sick.
12.
I'm looking on MLB. But yeah.
Number 12 projected Boston Red Sox, Trey Savage.
I could definitely see it. Yep.
Josh, here's the deal. In order to find a good site for the pitching matchups, go and look on here. Let me pull up the ECU page and I could show you. We have time today. We're good.
Yeah.
ECU baseball.
But yeah.
So, and this is going to, because I know a couple people will probably be interested in this. So you just go to the schedule. Pulling it up. Boom. Schedule. You end up scrolling down. It takes a minute. Hold on. Like today, normally preview. And then it'll bring up this. It's a little bit slow, but normally they'll have something where it'll be East Carolina meets them, blah, blah, blah. Pitching wise, scheduled starter is Trey Savage. If you want to look up what Trey Savage has done this year, here's his stats. Boom, stats. So far this year, he's gone 67 innings, 34 hits, 13 earned runs, 113 strikeouts, which leads the American. And it goes through all of his stats like that. So if you want to find, you have to go and dive and look into it. But there is stats for every single pitcher here, or every single thing. You just got to go to the team, to the preview. It'll pull up the pitcher stats when you look it up.
Yep. There you go. Mel saying, Nick, I deleted my comment. Are we not allowed to send you links in the chat? No, and it's not a me thing. It is a YouTube thing. And I think the only people who can post links in the chat are us and admins, I believe. Right? Admins.
Us and mods. Mods can do it.
Mods. That's what it is. Mods. Yeah. Forgot the word. But yeah. Guardians run line. Bobby has covered 4 of the 5 games on the run line. There you go. Okay, appreciate it. Not a problem. Marchessault over 2.5 shots. Do you like the Phillies full game? We'll get into that in a little bit. Tim, I know you showed the Nuggets hat when you said how pumped this city was for the Avs, but yearly downtown gets completely decorated with banners for every Avs players and not for the Nugs.
I mean, it's not like the team just won the championship, so.
We'll get into the association now, where the ultimate question we need to know, Tim, is can we get at least one more time where they get to play the song Orlando Magic? No. Orlando Magic. Well, the Magic opened up as 3.5-point favorites. They're up to a 4 now in this game. With the total opening up at a 203, it's down to a 201. So we have a move towards the under. We have a move towards these Orlando Magic. We do have 45% of the tickets and 69% of the cash. Nice on the Orlando Magic in this game. So the sharp money coming in on Orlando in this game. And then we have 60% of the tickets and 96% and 90% of the cash on the over, with the line dropping in this spot. And this is an important game. It's obviously the elimination game. We've seen this be a series that the home team has won every game. And it wouldn't surprise me to see this series go 7. Now, I'm not as high on the Cleveland Cavaliers as you are, but I'm still not high on the Orlando Magic. That being said, I can only look Magic in this game, but the ultimate question is, and I can see this as another one of those spots where kind of like, what was it? Indiana in game 4, where they won but didn't cover. I could see this as a game where the Orlando Magic win, but the Cleveland Cavaliers cover the +4. So is this a spot where I would like to get involved with? Not particularly. This NBA slate does not really look appealing to me personally.
It does not.
Maybe it's a look towards the under in this game. Maybe a first half under, full game under, something along those lines. Because we've seen the games in Orlando. We saw one of the games in Orlando go under the total. Or over the total, my bad. The only game so far, actually, never mind. Last game went over as well, 104, 103, went over 203. So the question is this total too low? I can only look under the total, though, in this game. I think that would be the only spot I would look. Maybe a Cavaliers team total under as well, but no play from here.
I'm actually on the over. I got it 199 last night. So it's up 1.5, and I put it up last night at 199. I know a lot of people would look at it, maybe a little bit of recency bias for the first 2 games having 97 to 83 and 96 to 86. Since then, 121 to 83 goes over the 200 total. 112 to 89 goes over the 200 total, and 103 and 104. That one went over that total as well. So we're seeing more overs, and we're seeing, because I feel like the Orlando Magic are finally getting accustomed to playoff basketball. They did not look like themselves the first 2 games in Cleveland. Now they're starting to look a lot better, where they actually could be a threat to still win this series. Now,
absolutely,
I think it'd be very difficult for them to win a game 7 on the road, but I would actually lean more towards the Orlando Magic, but that kind of pushes me towards the over in this game. So I'm on the over. I got 199 in this one between Cleveland and Orlando.
I'm going to pull the trigger on this one because this one appeals more to me than the next one does. Whoa, Orlando Magic. I'm going to take them first half full game. I'm getting the first half -1.5, -125 on Fanatics, and the full game -4 on Fanatics as well. I'll take a shot here with Orlando. With their let me check. Actually, never mind. I'm getting 3.5 over on BetMGM. So I will take the 3.5 over on BetMGM. I'm going to go check to make sure it is a 3.5 because sometimes I'll go and I'll check and then it's all of a sudden a 4. But I am going to. I'm going to take the Orlando Magic in this game. I'm going to take them first half and full game. This is a team that's looked a lot different at home than they have on the road during the series. And I'll look for them to step up here. And then maybe, because this series hasn't started yet, Tim. Series starts when the road team wins a game. Road team hasn't won a game. And maybe the road team doesn't win a game in this series. Maybe a road team doesn't win a game in this series. But I'm going to take the Orlando Magic to force game 7. I'm going to take them first half full game.
There you go. A&M at LSU. A&M -125. Yeah or nay? All right, real quick. It's going through the chat. NC State, Kentucky, both nice plus money. Creighton. I freaking love Creighton. They're going to be a dark horse in my tournament picks. Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's a dog against Clemson. Mississippi State, Texas State, Kansas State. I believe it's getting up here soon. Southern Mississippi, Texas money line, the Longhorns. LSU, there you go. LSU versus A&M. Number 1 team in the nation goes down today. Troy and Oregon State. Oregon. So there you go. Those are the college baseball plays for today. Under, over. I like the over. Do you think the Cavs stand any chance if they play Boston
No.
next round? Yes. Yes,
No.
I do. I will take the Cleveland Cavaliers to win win against Boston if they make it to the second round. I think stylistically, they are the best team to beat Boston in the Eastern Conference, in my opinion. That's just me. I'm heavy on the MLB slate today. Me too. Magic. You guys doing any shows later? I would love to collab with y'all on a high percentage EV NBA alternative line, but maybe one day. We don't really do much after this show, Nick. I don't know what you do, but I know I don't do a lot after this show. This ref crew likes the over. I have not a clue. It's the Orlando Magic. I like the over as well. Same as the games yesterday. I hit both of them. There you go. My guy Nick Earle is in love. With the Orlando Magic today. And I think the Cavs will cover the first half. I think so. Magic -4. Let's roll on a little sunny gray today. Interesting. I will say I have no interest in this one, Nick.
Me neither. We have the Dallas Mavericks and the LA Clippers. I believe no Kawhi in this game, which is why this line opened up at an 8. It did get down to a 7.5, but it's back up to an 8. The line's moved slightly towards the Clippers. It's gone from a 110 to a 115 on the 8. So do with that as you please. Line opened up at a 208 -110. Now 207.5. So we even moved towards the under, and we even moved. We have like a 5-cent line movement towards the towards the. Wow, I'm reading the wrong team there. There we go. Towards the Clippers. 10% of the tickets and 50% of the cash is on the Clippers, and the lines moved a couple cents in their direction. And then we have 53% of the tickets, 63% of the cash is on the money line for the Mavericks, 80% of the tickets and 96% of the cash on the over in this game, with the line moving slightly towards the under. Once again, I think both these unders have decent appeal to me personally, just looking at the market. Am I betting either of them? No. But with that being said, for me, I can only look Clippers in this, I can only look Clippers in this game plus the 8. Am I looking to do that though? No. So this is a pretty simple pass for me. I'll stick with just the Orlando Magic today, and then the Nashville Predators for playoffs.
Yeah, I would probably lean Clippers. I've been on the Clippers all series long. I feel like after last game, that was kind of rough for them. Losing by 30 at home, which is really, really bad. I can't go after this one. Dallas looks solid right now. They're up 3-2 now in the series. I feel like my series future for the Clippers is dead. To be fair, I you know what? Well, everybody loved the Mavericks. They're gonna hit it. It is what it is. Well, I'm just gonna keep. I'm gonna keep off of this one for now. I do lean Clippers though. It'd have to be plus the 8. I'm not touching the money line. I think they're done.
Fair.
Clippers plus 260. The line is too disrespectful. Let's go. I don't think it's too disrespectful. There's no Kawhi. So PG and Kawhi thinking of Cancun. Hey, they can join Embiid. Got to smash Jay Silva on Saturday. UFC card. Domus damn near fell off the scale at weigh-ins this morning. Good information to know. So bet Silva, guys. Silva in the UFC tomorrow. I took the under 102.5 first half in the Mavericks. I also took the Clippers plus 8. I feel like if it's going to be Clippers plus 8, it will be an under. If it's Mavericks -8,
yeah, I feel like and which I think can play into maybe look at the Mavericks team total under. It could be an interesting look as well.
Yeah. Tim, go on Bird app, then search playoff Larimer Square. That's a place of what happened downtown here every spring. I will go ahead and look that up. Bird app is Twitter. Okay, it's Twitter. Okay. Bruins breaking my heart and my wallet. That's rough. Yeah, let's head to baseball.
Yeah, we have the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs. Cubs slight favorites around -120 total of 7.5 in this game. Game goes off at 2:20. Love Friday afternoon baseball. Line open up at a 117. It's still a 117. Line open up at a 120 for the over 7.5. It's still a 7.5 and minus 120. So we've had no line movement on this game. It did get up to all the way to a 130 for the Cubs, and it's come back down. So, but we've had no line movement for either the side or the total in this one here. But we've had buyback on the Brewers. Taking a look at the cash flow here, we do have 74% of the tickets and 57% of the cashes on the Cubs in this game. We have 73% of the tickets and 80% of the cash on the over, with the line not moving here, which definitely at first piques my interest in the under in this game here. Let's take a look at the pitchers in this one here, where we have Joe Ross and Hayden Wesneski. Ross, 5.4 ERA, 1.68 whip, 8.28 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%, 4.32 walks per nine, a 346 BABIP, a 3.92 FIP, and a 4.57 Sierra. Wisniewski has looked pretty good. 0.87 ERA, 0.86 whip, 5.23 strikeouts per nine, which is 15%, 0.87 walks per nine, a 188 BABIP, a 2.29 FIP, and a 3.78 Sierra. The bullpen advantage does go towards the Milwaukee Brewers, and the hitting advantage goes towards the Brewers as well. 126 WRC plus, which is second compared to 90, which is 22nd. I lean Milwaukee in this game. I think it's Milwaukee or nothing. If I'm looking at the side, it's under or nothing if I'm looking at the total. And I'm assuming with the 7.5, the wind is blowing in. Yep, the wind is blowing in around 10 to 11 miles an hour here at Wrigley. And I kind of want to take a look back at this season when in Wrigley, when the total is eight or lower, what does the total do? Or what does the game do? Because I see this when the total is at least a certain number, it goes over. When it's lower than that, it goes under. As I want to take a look, I'm going to go through and I'm going to, when you do the breakdown here, which if this is a primarily under spot, when it's 8 or lower in Wrigley Field, then I will probably go ahead and maybe take a first 5 under in this game. I want to take a look what that does real quick. So far this season with the total at least 8, does it go over? With a total of at least lower than 8 or 8.5 or higher, does it go over? So I'm going to take a look at that real quick.
I will say I'm on the Brewers. I'm on the Brewers for this game, and it's more of a fade of the Cubs after playing an 11-inning game yesterday, using a bunch of bullpen arms. And then having to play a daytime game here because this one's a 2:20 game in Wrigley. Mm-hmm. So a little bit of daytime baseball for you. And you look at it, Hayden Wesneski, he's a bullpen arm. I think this is just going to be I think this is a punted game from the Cubs. I don't think that because I think it's a really, really bad scheduling spot. Because they just went and played 7 games in 7 days, all on the road. Finally, come back home after an extra inning game yesterday, and a intense series against the Mets where it split out 2-2 and had some very, very close games. I just think it's a bad spot for the Cubbies. Give me the Brewers here. A little bit of plus money on them.
Yeah, and so far they've played 7. They played.
Oh, by the way, this is the Cubbies' first division game of the year.
Wow. So the Cubs have played 13 home games so far. They've had a total of 8 or lower in 7. They've had a total of 8.5 or higher in 6. When the total is 8 or lower, the under is 5-2. When the total is 8.5 or higher, the total is 4-2. The over. So when the total is at least 8.5, generally speaking, it goes over the total. And when the total is 8 or lower, it goes under. I'm going to start my day with the first 5 under in this game. In this spot, I'm going to take a look. I'm going to shop around. Hopefully, I can find a 4.5 in this game, but I think it's going to be 4s mostly because the 4.5s are juiced to minus 140. So I'm going to shop around here for a number on a 4. In this spot and probably grab the first 5 under here.
Sounds good. Let me quickly do this. Is this the right one? Day 32 now. And post. All right. By the way, Brewers are up on the same.
Okay. Yeah. See, I can go first 5 under and Brewers money line. I think that's not a bad look.
You bought points, got Mavs -4. I wouldn't buy points like that. Mavs, Cavs under 202.5. Lock in tomorrow. Nuggets, Wolves under 208. Are they actually at 208 tomorrow? That's a low total for a Nuggets game. Yeah, 208, and the Nuggets are 4.5-point favorites. I'll be on the Nuggets. I'm on the under 5 in the Brew Crew game. Under first 5, I should say. The Cubs went through 11 innings yesterday. Brewer spot. Yep. He damn near fell off the scale and was 3 pounds under the limit, looking like he had dyspnea. -140 for Silva. There you go. Brewers in the over. Cubbies. No, not Cubbies. 3.5 is the first 5 total. Okay.
I'm seeing 4.
Parlay of the day. Always small plays with 33% Caesar's long shot boost. Tigers +1.5. Mets moneyline. Mariners and A's. Well, Tigers against the Yankees. Sure, why not? Mets against the Tampa Bay Rays with Quintana on the mound. I don't hate that, even though they're kind of in the same spot as the Cubbies, except for I'm not going to be betting the Rays because I'm not laying -145, and I'm not laying a run line with them either. They don't score. Mariners against Houston, absolutely, and Oakland is hosting Miami. Yep, sign me up. Cubs, baby. No. Took the Brewers here, but their pitcher has been making me feel shaky about the play. Fair. Brewers can't hit. Cubs are in a bad spot.
Brewers can't hit. That is an interesting comment because the Brewers' last 30 days against right-handed pitching are 126 WRC plus, which is number 2 in baseball. They definitely can't hit.
If Cubs starting pitcher better, I don't know, but it's enough for the first 5. There you go. Cubs lefty better, yes, but he's only going to go 2 to 3 innings. So no, I don't like it. First 5, no, I don't like anything to do with the Cubs.
Joe Ross is a righty. I don't know what he's talking about. Cubs hitting lefties.
No. Rossi, Bossy, 0-3 versus the Cubs. Just pass on this game. I feel good with the home field advantage. It could sneak over 7.5 maybe, and we get a stubbornness from Lex.
I've doubled down on this game. I took the first 5 under 4 at -120, and I took the full game money line for the Brewers at +106.
Okay. All right. Let's go to my blind bet.
Yeah, we have the Baltimore Orioles and the Cincinnati Reds. The Orioles are on -110 favorites. Total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this, or the line history in this spot here between Cole Irving and Hunter Green. Line opened up at a -110. It immediately went to, our line opened up at even money for the Orioles. It immediately went to -115, and it's come all the way back down to even money. So really, I see this line opening up at a 115 and moving towards the Reds because it jumped 15 cents. Tricky line movement there, but line opened up at a 9 at -105. It's now a 9 at -115. So we do have a move towards the over here as well. We have 65% of tickets and 94% of the cash coming on the Orioles. We have 48% of tickets and 54% of cash coming in on the over in this game with the line moving slightly towards it. We had Cole Irving and Hunter Green. Irving 3.49 ERA, 1.24 WHIP, 5.72 strikeouts per 9, which is 16%. 2.22 walks per 9, a 295 BABIP, a 365 FIP, and a 4.39 SIERA. On the flip side, Hunter Green, 3.60 ERA, 0.97 WHIP, 10.5 strikeouts per 9, which is 29%, 2.4 walks per 9, a 264 BABIP, a 2.99 FIP, and a 3.15 SIERA. Bullpen advantage does go towards the Orioles in this game here. Hitting advantage goes towards the Orioles here as well. So if you're looking at the Reds, I would suggest maybe cutting it down first 3 or first 5 if you're looking in that direction. I do think that they do have the pitching advantage in this game, the Cincinnati Reds. But when it comes to the bullpen, it comes to the hitting, I do see an advantage towards the Orioles. Am I making a move on this game? No. It would be a lean, maybe early Reds, first 3, first 5 type of thing there. And an over in this game, maybe a Reds team total over against Cole Irvin, because I see Cole Irvin as the weakest link on this rotation. I don't think that's really saying much, though. For me, it'd be a lean towards the Reds and the over, but it's a no play for me. Kind of interesting. I think this line's flipped.
I think I'm going to go towards the Red. No, I'm on the Orioles. Once again, although this game kind of makes me feel uneasy with this one, just because the Orioles are coming off of a big series win versus the Yankees. But I've done it for 31 straight games. I'm not stopping now. It's going to be the entire season. Day number 32 of 162 of betting the Baltimore Orioles every single day. Money line plus 105. I was able to find plus 105. Orioles run line plus 145. Their money lines this year are 20 and 11, up 3.15 units. More importantly, Nick, the run line is 18 and 13, up plus 12.55 units. So ultimately, Orioles money line / run line experiment is up almost 16 units this year. So I'm just going to keep riding with it. Orioles, money line, run line. Let's keep going with the Orioles train.
Fair. I have no interest. It would be Reds or nothing for me.
Reds. Why the Orioles? Why is the Orioles so minus 110?
Because it's a pitching advantage. It really is.
Not to mention it's in Cincinnati. And Cincinnati is overrated. Green over 6.5. De La Cruz stolen base. I don't hate that. Nice catch with the Orioles yesterday. Not feeling them today. That's fine. I'm betting them every single day. It's kind of an experiment that I wanted to try. I've been doing it the last 2 years. I didn't really track it the last 2 years. I wanted to track it this year. So Orioles money line and under first 5. Definitely Reds. I've gone full degen this morning, betting the Athletics run line and Kyrie Irving double-double. I like the Athletics.
I like the Athletics. Love the Athletics.
Money good trip. All in on the Cubbies. No, I'm not all in on the Cubbies. Let's go to this beautiful matchup, Nick.
Oh, yeah. Who wants to lay $1.75 on the Pirates? Show of hands. Okay. We have the Colorado Rockies and the Pittsburgh Pirates in this game. Line opened up at a 185. It's down to a 164. So we do have a move towards these Colorado Rockies. Line opened up at an 8 minus 120. It's now an 8.5 at minus 110. So we do have a slight move towards the over. We have a move towards Colorado in this game here. We have 90% of the tickets and 98% of the cash coming on the Pirates, and the line moving towards the Rockies. We have 56% of the tickets and 60% of the cash coming in on the over. The line moving from the 8 to an 8.5. Martin Perez and Cal Quantrill, your pitching matchup here in this game. We have Cal Quantrill at the 4.67 ERA, 1.41 WHIP, 5.33 strikeouts per nine, which is 14%, 4.33 walks per nine, a 250 BABIP, a 5.45 FIP, and a 5.44 Sierra. On the flip side, Martin Perez, 2.97 ERA, 1.25 WHIP, 7.42 strikeouts per nine, which is 20%, 2.97 walks per nine, a 303 BABIP, a 3.12 FIP, and a 4.28 Sierra. The bullpen advantage does go towards Pittsburgh in this game, and the hitting advantage, though, goes towards Colorado. 82 WRC plus is 23rd against lefties. And on the flip side, what do the Pirates do against righties? Absolutely nothing. They are dead last the last 30 days with 70 WRC plus, which is surprising why this line's moved towards the over in this game. And I have absolutely no interest in an over in this game. I lean Rockies. I don't trust the Rockies for a full game. So it would be Rockies first 5 or nothing if I had to bet this. They're on a 5-game losing streak, though, so am I really gung-ho on this? Also, this is a terrible spot for the Pirates. They're coming back from their California road trip where they were in San Fran and in Oakland. And they had a day off after coming back. I'm interested in the Rockies first 5 in this game. And that would be about it in this game. Would be a Rockies first 5. I'm going to shop around, see what the best number is. I think I'm going to move on the Colorado Rockies early here.
Yeah, I want nothing to do with this game. Although, I mean, Colorado is coming off of getting swept by the Marlins, so that's definitely not ideal. And the Pirates are coming off of, get this, getting swept by the Oakland Athletics.
The red hot Oakland A's.
This is a Pittsburgh team that in the beginning of the year we saw them go and start 6-1. They're 4 games under 500 now.
Yeah.
This is a team that a lot of people are, they're going to make a big run. No, this Pittsburgh team was not the team. Is it a team that I cannot personally go after the Colorado Rockies, who are 2-14 on the road? Just not going to happen. So no, this is a 1-800-GAMBLER game and move on. Even this early in the season.
I got plus 140 for the first 5 money line with the Colorado Rockies. Just first 5 for me. I'm not playing the full game, just first 5, because I've seen the bullpen blow it a few times in this series. Our last series against the Miami Marlins, and I'm not going to go through that again. So Colorado Rockies for me, only the first 5 innings, though.
You have fun with that one.
I will.
Bum fight. Pittsburgh run line. No. Taking the Clippers. They may win outright. Good luck to you. I hope they win. I have them to win the series. I just didn't take anything today. Oops, never mind. Only a small ticket on the Cubbies. Raise it. No, thank you. Perez over 4.5 strikeouts minus 114. Smash spot here. He's going to deal today. Maybe. Best parlay yesterday was Leafs. Yeah. Leafs and the under 4.5 parlay with Bronson to score the first basket. That's a random ass parlay. No problem. Okay.
You ain't kidding.
Let's go to this one, Nick. And yeah, I actually like something in this game.
All right. We have the Philadelphia Phillies and the San Francisco Giants in this one here. We have the Phillies around $1.45 favorites in this game with a total of 7.5. Low total in this one here. Let's take a look at the line history in this game here. If I can find it, there we go. Between Hicks and Nola. This line opened up at a 160 over on Bet Online. It got all the way down to a 145 when I typed it up this morning. And now it's all the way back up to a 162. So we've had a 2-cent line movement here towards the fighting Phils. Line opened up at an 8, down to a 7.5. So we've had to move towards the under here as well. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game here, where we have 64% of tickets and 56% of the cash is on the over in this game with the line moving towards the under. Definitely piques my interest in an under in this game. And then we have 89% of the tickets, 94% of the cash coming in on the Phillies. The line moving slightly towards them. Aaron Nola and Jordan Hicks. Hicks has looked good this season. 1.86 ERA, 0.93 WHIP, 6.52 strikeouts per 9, which is 19%. 2.79 walks per 9, a 221 BABIP, a 3.3 FIP, and a 3.90 SIERA. On the flip side, Aaron Nola, 2.06 ERA, 0.86 WHIP, 8.49 strikeouts per 9, which is 25%, 2.57 walks per 9, a 179 BABIP, a 3.99 FIP, and a 3.63 SIERA. Bullpen advantage does go towards the fight and Phils in this one here, and the hitting advantage goes towards the Phillies as well. 114 WRC plus, which is 4th, compared to 94, which is 20th. And for me, looking at this game, I like Hicks, and I think he's adjusted to being a starter really well, because he was basically a bullpen piece for a while who came out of the pen and threw over 100. And now he's going out there and throwing six innings of 1-run baseball. Like, his adjustment to becoming a starting pitcher has been phenomenal. And he's somebody I would like to back. On the flip side, Aaron Nola is someone I would like to bet on as well. Which leads me to where I'm probably looking in this game, which is the first 5 under. I kind of like the under in this game. Once again, we're getting a 4. And it's minus 115 on Bet MGM. I'm going to move on the 4 here at minus 115 at Bet MGM. First 5 under here for me with Philly and for San Fran.
Well, actually, I liked a certain spot, and then I just looked at kind of their schedule and kind of going to talk myself off of it. I leaned Phillies. This is their first game back after a 10-game road trip where they went split 2-2 with Cincinnati, swept San Diego, and won 2 out of 3 against the Angels. This is a Phillies team that's looked really good to start the year. 21-11, which is good because I have a division ticket for the Phillies, so I would be all right with them winning the division. They're half game behind the Braves. I think we get although I don't want to go after them here. Their run line was plus 139, so I didn't hate the run line idea, with Aaron Nola, who's been really sharp this year. I think he's currently the favorite to win the Cy Young. It's very, very early. Take that for a grain of salt. He's allowed 14 earned runs in 39 and a third innings pitched, 36 strikeouts. And the Phillies are 5-1 in his starts. The only game that they lost was his first start, and that was against the Atlanta Braves. And there's no real shame in losing that one. I kind of lean Phillies in this one. I'd have to run line it, but I'm going to ultimately stay away from this game.
Yeah. One thing I wonder is who made the Phillies schedule to start the year. By the way, yeah, you're saying they're 21-11. That's great. They have the easiest strength of schedule so far to start the season, according to Power Rankings Guru, which measures who they've played. The toughest played schedule so far has been the Rays. The easiest has been the Phillies. Oh, no, that's remaining strength of schedule. My bad. The toughest schedule so far have been the Oakland A's the Houston Astros and the Oakland A's. The Mets are 5th. And the easiest schedules so far are the Phillies, Rays, Tigers, Dodgers, and Giants. The Phillies have had the easiest strength of schedule. Here's who they've played so far. They played the Braves in the first series of the year. Cincinnati, Washington, St. Louis, Pittsburgh, Colorado, White Sox, Cincinnati, Padres, Angels. Where's a good team on that list other than the Atlanta Braves? Oh, wait. Exactly. So I would like to, the Phillies have been good so far. I want to see what they do against a real team, though. Which, when we saw them play a real team, they got smoked 2 out of the 3 games. So, we'll see. And I don't know if we can call the Giants a real team yet. Like, they're a fringe playoff team. They're about the same as Cincinnati.
Giants money line. Some Harper Marsh Schwarber props. Them fighting Phillies. I shy away from taking teams next day back from a road trip. Feel like they come home, drop their loads, and and come out slow. That's what I kind of feel the same way. Jung Lee over bases, Hickory Dickory. Hicks over 4.5 strikeouts. Don't hate it. What is the weather forecast for Philly Stadium? Citizens Bank Park. Nick, do you have a weather report?
I can get that up in just a second. Let's take a look at what weather forecast. Looks like wind blowing to the third towards the left field post. We're seeing anywhere between a high of 60, a low of 54, with about 0% chance of participation.
Heard. Licking their chops to showcase against a Western foe. Matt Chapman home run, Lee home run, Harper over RBIs. I don't hate the Harper over RBIs. Giants plus a half first 5. I don't hate that. Hicks has been really solid. Let's go to this game, Nick, and I'm going to pass.
What a beautiful pass! What a beautiful pitching matchup here. We have Patrick Corbin versus Yusei Kikuchi, 2 of our favorite lefties in the game. Line opened up at a 156, or my bad, minus 170 for the Toronto Blue Jays. It's now 182. So we do have a move towards the Jays in this game. Line opened up at a 9.5, minus 105. It got down to a 9, and now it's down to an 8.5. So we've had a full run line movement down towards the under, and we have a move towards the Blue Jays. 84% of the tickets, 79% of the cash is on the Blue Jays in this game. 59% of the tickets and 58% of the cash is on the over in this game, with the line moving towards the under in this one here. I kind of want to take a look at this first 5 total is done, because I'm interested in another first 5 under. I like a lot of unders today, I've noticed, which I have no problem with. I don't mind unders, and I'm seeing a 5 in this game, a first 5 under at 5. I'm very interested. I get it. It's Patrick Corbin. Let's get into the pitching matchup here. Yusei Kikuchi has been really strong this year. The 2.45 ERA, 1.02 whip, 9.82 strikeouts per 9, which is 28%. 1.53 walks per 9, a 3.08 BABIP, a 1.93 FIP, and a 2.94 SIERA. On the flip side, Patrick Corbin, 6.59 ERA, 1.9 whip, 6.59 strikeouts per 9, which is 15%, 3.95 walks per 9, a 3.96 BABIP, a 3.96 FIP, and a 4.74 SIERA. Bullpen advantage going towards these Washington Nationals, and the hitting advantage goes towards the Toronto Blue Jays, 94 WRC plus, which is 16th against lefties compared to 88, which is 18th. Both these teams are subpar hitting left-handed pitching. We have Patrick Corbin coming in off of getting absolutely tagged in his last start against the Miami Marlins, who were dead last against lefties heading into that game. I don't trust this Blue Jays offense to do anything, which is why I kind of like the under in this game. And at a 5, I'm going to take a shot with the first 5 under in this game. I had this game kind of marked as a game I would like to back an under in, and I'm going to bet the under in this game. And I want to take a look if I can get a 5 here, or if it's 4.5 on most of my books. I can get a 4.5. Yep, I can get 4.5 minus 106 on FanDuel. So I want to take the 4.5 minus 106 here.
It's a Blue Jays game. I don't bet Blue Jays games. Besides,
I want the 5.
Besides the one game after the no-hitter, besides when the Orioles come to town, because I'll be betting the Orioles, and besides the last series of the year against Miami. I am not going to be betting them. So this one's a pass, even though I do like this Nationals team and Patrick Corbin. But
yeah, I'm seeing 4.5 now on a bunch of books. Bet Online has the 5. I'm gonna look around here. If I want the 5. I want this to be an opportunity to push. If it's what do you call it? If it's 3-2 or 4-1.
Missed you guys replying in the collab. We don't really do anything after the show, so I don't know if we're really doing anything for a collab. The Cooch versus Corbin. I have to bet this game somehow, some way. Blue Jays run line. Yeah. Good morning / afternoon, guys. Good morning, Dad. How you doing? Vladdy home run. I like the first 5 under full game. Under first 5 and full game. Took it early today. Let's bold taking it under with Kikuchi and Corbin.
I don't hate it though. I really don't.
You've got balls.
I've bet unders in Corbin games before, and yeah, it's nerve-wracking, but they've worked out pretty well.
Trying to make any correlation out of Patrick Corbin's pitching stats is impossible. That's fair. All right, Nick, let's get to this one.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide how I'm approaching that game. I wanted the 5, and the only 5 I'm seeing is on Bet Online, and I don't put money into Bet Online anymore because they're impossible to take money out of. So, New York Mets and Tampa Bay Rays, minus 125 for the Rays, total of 8 in this game. Tomorrow will be the interesting game because we'll see Christian Scott making his debut for the Mets. But this line opened up at a minus 125 for the Rays. It's up to a 137 now, so we do have a move towards Tampa Bay. Line opened up at an 8, minus 115, and now it's an 8 at minus 110. So we have a move towards the under. We have a move towards the Rays in this game here. We do have 22% of the tickets and 64% of the cash coming on the New York Mets, and the line moving towards Tampa Bay. So that checks out there. 56% of the tickets, 58% of the cash coming on the over in this game. With the line, I believe I said moving towards the over. I didn't remember where I said the line was moving towards. The line moving towards the under slightly, 5 cents. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here between Jose Quintana and Aaron Savali. Quintana has been what we expect from him this year. 3.41 ERA, 1.28 whip. He's been good, but not great. We don't expect much from him, though. 5.9 strikeouts per 9, which is 15%, 4.03 walks per 9, a 2.47 BABIP, a 4.09 FIP, and a 5.01 Sierra. On the flip side, Savali, 5.88 ERA, 1.42 whip, 9.69 strikeouts per 9, which is 24%, 2.77 walks per 9, a 3.20 BABIP, a 4.43 FIP, and a 3.64 Sierra. Bullpen advantage going towards the New York Mets, and the hitting advantage going towards the Mets as well, who are hitting 110 WRC plus, which is 9th against righties. And the Tampa Bay Rays have struggled against lefties this year, 77 WRC plus, which is 26%, which is 26th in MLB. It's not a game I have interest in, though. The markets are pointing towards the Rays, but it looks like the public it's just a confusing market for me. And I've already got a decent amount of early action, or not early action, but like I don't feel the need to force games, and I haven't been doing that this year. My results have been better. I'm not betting this game. It'd be a lean towards an under for me.
I'm not touching this one. This is kind of a similar spot to the Cubbies game, except for you're getting plus money with Milwaukee. You're not getting plus money with Tampa. And
Yes.
At the end of the day, I'm not trying to get involved with that at the moment. So
I'm not laying a number on Tampa right now.
No, I'm not laying money. I'm not laying anything on Tampa right now. They're having trouble scoring. I can easily see Quintana going in there having a solid game. So I'm actually going to be passing on this one as well. Not really a whole lot on today's card so far. I think I got like a couple of things on the back part of the card, but ultimately not a lot going on.
Yeah, and usually I would say if you're looking Tampa Bay, they're a first 5 only team, but with the Mets playing 11 innings yesterday, Sugar pitched 2 innings. He's not available. Reed Garrett's not available for today. Like, that bullpen's depleted for the Mets, so maybe Tampa Bay is the play. Maybe they are. Full game, money line, Tampa Bay Rays. But am I laying a number to find out? Am I going to pay the juice to find out? Absolutely not.
No.
But probably Tampa's the play. It's Tampa or nothing for me if I'm looking at this game.
Sounds good. Nick, back to the chat real quick. I'm quickly calculating something so I can put it part of a play on the site. Because I want to see exactly how much we're up on fading the Marlins.
Yeah. Where do you leave off?
Shows 12.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cooch and Corbin pitcher K props over parlayed 4-1. I don't hate a Patrick Corbin strikeout prop. I don't. And I think both those pitchers can go out and shove. I'm still trying to decide whether I want the 4.5 for that first 5 under. I wanted the 5, but yeah. Cardinals run line. Yeah. Let's go Mets. Yeah, Mets money line plus 126. Let's see how real the Mets are. I think this is a terrible game to decide how real the Mets are because their bullpen's depleted. They just played an 11-inning game and they're traveling. I think it's a terrible spot for the Mets. And I said that. So, no, it's not how real are the Mets. No. Any WNBA? Doesn't the WNBA start in like 2 weeks?
Preseason starts today. I'm not betting preseason WNBA.
Yeah, by the way, I saw an interesting video that tickets to the Wings Fever preseason game were the cheapest ticket were more expensive than the cheapest ticket for Bucks Pacers. Happy Patrick Corbin Day. Yep. I can only go Tampa first 5. It's juicy, so pass. I usually would agree with Tampa Bay being a first 5 only team, but I get it. The Mets have the bullpen advantage, but with what bullpen arms available today? That's my question. The Mets have speed. The Mets have power. Yeah, maybe. Tampa Bay sucks. Last team in the division. I mean,
as I projected,
struggling.
as I thought they would be.
Maybe an under in the game. Maybe an under. First 5. But yeah. Mets first 5 full game. Yeah. I don't trust Savali. Mets plus 135 now. The Mets are not the play. I truly think the Mets are not the play today. And they can easily come in and prove me wrong, which is why I'm not betting the game. But yeah, for me, it's Tampa or nothing. Guardians minus 1.5. Good luck. May use the up too early win unless there's something better later. And yeah, I heard an interesting angle with that. And I've been using it with it. With the up to promo, there's a certain type of team I'm looking to back. It's a road dog. You're getting plus money for a team. And am I probably going to be a sucker and take the Colorado Rockies as my up to promo again today? Maybe. They're plus 140 on the road. Give me 2 quick runs in the first inning. Could be a decent look. Maybe that's not a bad idea. But yeah, the Mets are not a bad option for that either if you do think they can get a couple runs early against Savali. Maybe the Mets take the momentum of yesterday's win and bring it into it. Guardians minus 3. Jeez. We'll get into that. Guardians are plus 125 run line. Tim Lakers winning chip 25. Hashtag LeBron fan. There you go. Mark my words.
No.
Next year?
No. By the way, Nick, big signing in the NFL as the Miami Dolphins have signed Odell Beckham Jr.
Interesting. To go along with Tyreek Hill and Jaden Waddle, it's not a bad wide receiver room.
It's kind of not. I don't hate that at all for him, actually, because Odell could definitely go under the radar kind of deal now in Miami.
Oh, here's the scary thing about Odell. He's the third option.
Yeah,
he's the third option in that offense now. That's where you want Odell. I don't want Odell being the main guy. He's not that guy anymore to be the main guy in the offense. But you put him where he's going to get your third corner because you're going to, or maybe fourth corner because you're going to double team Tyreek Hill and you're going to put your number 2 against Jalen Waddle. And then you have Odell Beckham in the slot being able to get those slant routes and break those for long games. Miami Dolphins offense is going to look sick again.
They're going to look great in third place in the division.
I think they could win the AFC East.
They probably could.
I still need to do my capping for it. But let's get into this next matchup where we have the New York Yankees and the Detroit Tigers. We have the line opening up at a 155 for these Bronx Bombers. And now we're seeing around 150. So we have a 5-cent line movement here towards the Motor City Kitties. Line opened up at an 8.5 plus 105, and now it's all the way down to a 7.5 at minus 110. We have Marcus Stroman and Reese Olson, your pitching matchup here. We have 89% of the tickets and 93% of the cash coming in on these Yankees with the line moving towards the Tigers. And we have 69% of the tickets, nice, and 69% of the cash, nice, on the over. And the line moving towards the under. In this spot here, Reese Olson, 3.18 ERA, 1.31 whip, 8.26 strikeouts per 9, which is 21%, 3.49 walks per 9, a 3.13 BABIP, a 2.8 FIP, and a 4.12 SIERA. On the flip side, Marcus Stroman, 4.56 ERA, 1.52 whip, 9.82 strikeouts per 9, which is 25%, 4.56 walks per 9, a 3.18 BABIP, a 5.14 FIP, and a 3.84 SIERA. Bullpen advantage going towards the Bronx Bombers in this game. Hitting advantage also going towards the Yankees, 121 WRC plus, which is third, compared to 88, which is 24th. And I'm interested in the Tigers in this game. I'm interested in the Tigers. I'm interested in them early in this game, in the first 5 innings. That would be my lean in this spot at the moment. Whether or not I play it, it would be Tigers or nothing. It's just a lean at the moment, though.
I don't mind some plus money with the Tigers. They're coming off of the Yankees are coming off of a series against the Orioles where they lost 3 out of 4. I think the Tigers could be coming in at a good time. They've won 4 out of their last 5. Almost swept the Cardinals. They lost 2-1 on the opening game. I really like Reese Olson too, and I'm not a big Marcus Stroman guy. Reese Olson has been really solid besides one start this year. That one start was against Pittsburgh when they were actually hitting. So solid stuff from Reese Olson so far. On the opposite side, Stroman has been good his first 2 starts and then kind of roughed up his last couple. 4, 2, 3, and 4 earned runs in his last couple of starts. I want to take plus money with the Detroit Tigers here, with the Reese Olson on the mound. Kind of keep riding a nice little wave from the Detroit Tigers here. So I like the Tigers here, money line.
I don't hate it, and seeing plus 130 over on BetMGM with these Detroit Tigers.
141 on Pinnacle.
Yeah, I'm no, my bad. For the first 5 innings is what I was seeing that for that.
Oh.
And I'm going to pull the trigger on it. I'm going to take the Tigers first 5 plus 130 here.
Yeah. Let's this Tigres at plus 1. I got plus 141.
There you go. I'll head back to the chat here, and then I'll place my bet. Let's take a look here. Wow.
Oh, he's still talking about the, what do you call it?
What?
The Odell.
Oh, yeah. I cannot bet the Rockies out of principle. Terrible teams always find amazing ways to lose. That's why I only took them first 5. And if you take them for the up 2 promo, which I think I'm gonna actually, now thinking about it, I've got my up 2 promo team. It's these Motor City Kitties we just bet. There's my up 2 promo team.
There you go.
But they'll be plus 136 on DraftKings. I'll take that for an up 2 promo with a road dog. There you go. Tigers as the road dog. But yeah. Wow. One more time. Wow. Okay. I honestly think the Cavs win tonight, Fernando. I don't know about that.
I think so.
Tiger, baby. Tigers. Yeah. Tigers' new name is Eye of the Tiger. Fair. Yankees minus 1.5. Robert always has to come in and ruin things. I'm just joking, but yeah. Slight interest in the Tigers' first 5. Reese Olson away numbers not that good. Yeah. Tigers here too. The Yankees will show out over the weekend. Fair. Olson 0-4. Yuck. Guess first 5. Yeah. For me, it's a first 5 play for the Detroit Tigers. There. Let's get into the next one here with the LA Angels and the Cleveland Guardians. The Guardians minus 175 favorites. Total 7.5 in this game here. Let's take a look at the line history if I can find it. There we go. We have Tanner Bybee and Jose Soriano. Line open up at a 175. It's down to a 177. It's down to a 175. So we've had a 2-cent line movement here towards the Angels in this game. Line open up at an 8 at minus 115. It's down to a 7.5 at plus 105. So we do have a move towards the under, and we have a move towards these Angels. 84% of the tickets, 88% of the cash on the Guardians, and line moving towards the Angels. Definitely piques my interest in LA, but they're always a team I notice. LA that always gets the sharp money. I don't understand why though. 51% of the tickets, 62% of the cash on the under. This is something I can get more behind. Is maybe an under in this game. And one thing we need to look at with the Angels is, their numbers are they're okay against righties. That has Mike Trout in the lineup though. Soriano, 4.76 ERA, 1.737 FIP, 9.13 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%, 5.56 walks per nine, and 250 BABIP, but 5.23 FIP and a 4.37 SIERA. Granted, not that much of a sample size, if I remember right. Tanner Bybee, 2.96 ERA, 1.10 WHIP, 10.21 strikeouts per nine, which is 28%, 2.3 walks per 90, 279 BABIP, but 3.67 FIP, and a 3.28 SIERA. Bullpen advantage with these Cleveland Guardians in this spot. Hitting advantage slightly goes towards the Angels, 102 WRC plus, which is 13th, compared to 98, which is 17th. And I get it, the hitting advantage is with the Angels in this game, but I fully expect those numbers to drop with Mike Trout not in the lineup. And when it comes to this game here, I know I've been betting a bunch of them today. I'm interested in another first 5 under here in this spot. If I can get a 4.5, I would like this even more, but I have a feeling it's just going to be a 4 in this game. Let's take a look what we're seeing here. Maybe if it's just a 4, maybe just a lean for me. I'm seeing 4 minus 120 range. I lean first 5 under in this game. I don't think I want to pull the trigger on it, though.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in this game. You got a Angels team that I know you always think has the sharp money, and they can we be honest? They suck.
Yeah.
Let's not sell them short. They suck. And I want to actually look at something because I believe are the Angels. Angels are finally in last place in the division. So we got that at least. Oakland's still only 2.5 games back of first place. But anyways, Guardians just lost a series to Houston, so Houston finally won a series. I don't think the Guardians are as good as they appear, because you could look at their schedule, look who they've played, and that kind of tells you. They played Oakland, 4 games in Oakland, meh. Seattle, who was struggling at the time. Minnesota, who was struggling at the time. Obviously, those wins look a hell of a lot better now. White Sox, which garbage. They lose 2 out of 3 to the Yankees. They take 3 out of 4 from Boston when Boston was kind of struggling. More wins against Oakland. More wins against Boston when they kind of look shaky. They lost 2 out of 3 to Atlanta, 2 out of 3 to Houston. So they once they started playing real teams, kind of a rough spot for them. Luckily for them, the Angels are not a real team. The Angels suck. I'm not going to be betting this game. I can't even give a lean because I want to stay plus money with the Angels, but I can't bet the Angels right now, who have lost 9 out of their last 10. So
Yeah, no, I can't either.
Yeah. Olsen 0-4. Yuck. Guess first 5. Is he actually 0-4?
We already went over that. Yeah.
Oh, he has the only game that they won was against the Mets in extra innings.
Yep.
Under 7.5. No Mike Trout. Cleveland minus 1.5. I'm not going to touch it. Mo, yeah, I'm probably not getting that game. Whenever I bet the Guardians, I lose past. So they're your Blue Jays for me. Got it. No way in hell I trust first 5 under with Soriano. Changing the Orioles, I like it. Cleveland is going to win the division. No, Kansas City is going to win the division. Thank you very much. Speaking of Kansas City.
Yeah, we have the Kansas City Royals. They're a pick'em here against the reigning World Series champion, Texas Rangers. So interesting line there. Our total of 9 in this game. Let's get into this line history here in this spot where we have the Royals opening up as minus 115 favorites. It's down to a 109. So we do have a move towards these Rangers in this game. And then the line opened up at a 9 at plus 105. It's now a 9 at minus 110. So we do have a move towards the over here in this game as well. We have 55% of the tickets, 52% of the cash is on the over, and the line moving towards the over. So that checks out. 33% of the tickets and 70% of the cash is on the Rangers, and the line moving towards them. Very appealing market here for the Texas Rangers. We have Michael Lorenzen and Brady Singer, your pitching matchup here, where we have Lorenzen. How much has he pitched this year, Lorenzen? I feel like I haven't seen his name much.
3 times.
Because I want to make sure.
3 times, 8 earned runs, 17 innings, 14 strikeouts, 9 walks, 12 hits.
What was the last? Were they all within the last month? They were all within the last month. I feel like I don't know. It felt like we haven't seen his name in a while, but maybe that's just me. Yeah, he's coming off a bad start against Cincinnati. 4.24 ERA, 1.24 WHIP, 7.41 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%. 4.76 walks per 9, a 2.38 BABIP, a 4.98 FIP, and a 4.75 Sierra. Brady Singer, 2.62 ERA, 1.02 WHIP, 8.91 strikeouts per 9, which is 24%, 3.41 walks per 9, a 2.09 BABIP, a 4 FIP, and a 3.62 Sierra. The bullpen advantage goes towards the Texas Rangers in this game, and the hitting advantage is right down the middle, 101 for both these teams, WRC plus. Brady Singer has looked good other than one start against Toronto at home where he gave up 5 earned runs. Other than that, it's been 0, 1, or 2 for Brady Singer. I'm interested in the Texas Rangers in this game. And for me, it's the market screaming Rangers. It just is. And I don't see that much of an edge. I think the wrong team's favored in this game. I do. And I get it. It's only, even money or whatever for the Texas Rangers. Minus 102 on FanDuel. I'm going to move on Texas in this game. At minus 102. I know a lot of people are going to look at the Royals and find them appealing. I see Brady Singer regressing a little bit here. And I look for the Rangers to take advantage of that. And I'm going to take the Rangers on the full game money line at minus 102.
Yeah, I'm on the. I like the Royals here. I like Singer. I think I was thinking coming into the year that if the Royals were to step up, he was going to be one of the pitchers that would do so. And they've looked good in his starts. 4-2 in his start so far this year, which is nice to see. The only one, and he lost 2 of them. One of them, he actually, he lost the game. But the last start against the Detroit Tigers, the bullpen blew the game. So I like Brady Singer and the Royals. This is a Royals team that I'm super high on. I have their division ticket. I have their win over ticket, all that stuff. So I'm going to just keep I'm going to keep riding with the Kansas City Royals. They've been making me some money so far this year. Why stop now? Give me the Royals here.
Fair. I'm on the opposite side.
KC, 80% of the bets on the Royals.
67%.
Sign me up. Royalty first 5. Well, Nick loves the fact that everybody's on the Royals here, so I like this game though, Nick.
Yeah, we have,
We're probably on different sides.
Well, we have the Seattle Mariners, the Houston Astros. This is a big series for the Astros. And we're a week away, Tim. We are a week away, or I am at least, from Houston Astro futures. Because after this stretch, when I was looking at the remaining strength of schedule, after this stretch, the Astros will be probably in the bottom 5. Because the Astros are 10-20 this year, but they have played the number 1 ranked strength of schedule in Major League Baseball. And right now, they have the 25th toughest remaining strength of schedule. And this is where the Astros are going to turn things around. Is it this series at home against the Mariners? I don't know, and I don't know about this game. Line opened up at 125 for the Astros, and it immediately went down. Within an hour, it was down to a minus 112, where it did get back up to a 118, but it's back to the 112 we see right now. Line opened up at an 8.5 at even money. It's down to an 8 and minus 110. Let's take a look at the cash flow here, where we have 72% of tickets and 91% of cash on the Houston Astros, with the line moving towards the Mariners in this game here. And we have 57% of the tickets and 57% of cash on the under, with the line moving towards said under here in this spot. We have Ronald Blanco and George Kirby. Kirby has been somebody we've both loved this year, and I expect better from him. He's a 5.26 ERA in the last 30 days and a 1.25 whip, 10.52 strikeouts per 9, which is 27%, 0.7 walks per 9, a 3.73 BABIP, a 2.18 FIP, and a 2.91 SIERA. On the flip side, Ronald Blanco has looked awesome, but I expect regression from him. 1.62 ERA, 0.92 whip. He's been the only positive in that rotation for the Astros so far this year. And he has 8.27 strikeouts per 9, which is about a 23% strikeout rate. 3.86 walks per 9, a 173 BABIP, but a 3.49 FIP and a 4.21 SIERA suggests that we should see a little bit worse from him. Bullpen advantage goes towards the Seattle Mariners. Hitting advantage slightly goes towards the Astros here in this one. I'd be more interested in the Astros today if they were facing a left-handed pitcher, which George Kirby is not. However, the Astros 111 WRC plus, which is 8th against righties in all of baseball. The Mariners 106 WRC plus against righties, which is 10th. I think this is a Mariners spot. I think this is a Mariners play. And I will look for the Mariners to take this series. And I will look for, I believe they play the Yankees after this, the Astros. And this is why I'm still waiting another week to say the Mariners and the Astros before their schedule gets easier. And I would like the Mariners. And I would like the full game on the Mariners here in this spot. And I am getting minus 102 on FanDuel. And that's where I'm going to go in this game. The Seattle Mariners for me.
I was able to get plus 104. I'm on Seattle. You know I'm high on Seattle. I have them to win the division. And this is a team that has looked really, really good pitching-wise, to the fact that they are a humongous under team. But this is also a Houston team that, good job, you just won a series against Cleveland. That doesn't really do much for me. This is a Seattle team that's looked really solid. They're coming off of winning 2 out of 3 from Atlanta, 2 out of 3 from Arizona, 2 out of 3 from Texas, 2 out of 3 from Colorado, sweeping the Reds. This is a red-hot Seattle team. Yeah, I'm going to keep riding them. Give me the Mariners on the road with Kirby plus 104 here against the Astros, who I think are still going to struggle. And I don't know if I could trust them the rest of the season, for the season, because this is a Astros team that could legitimately sell at the deadline.
I I don't see them selling at the deadline personally. Maybe this is just recency bias for me. This is why which is why I'm still waiting another week in order to move on anything with them, because I am going to evaluate them a little bit more. I still do think they win the American League West this year. I think that during June, July, and August, they're gonna have one of the best records in baseball in those months, and they are going to make their push like they did last year. And I trust the Astros. I mean, it's tough not to when you've seen them make the last, 7 ALCSs?
Something like that. Yeah.
So we'll see. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sold on them. Astros money line, they're in mid-season form now. No, they're not. They won the series. Good job. I'm not buying it. I feel this is early in the season. We should apply some trepidation to the strength. Yeah, we should. 100%.
With who they've played?
Yeah. Astros got their win yesterday. Mariners for me, even though Kirby has been bad. Has his bad days. Yeah, he does. Everybody does.
His advanced numbers say he should be pitching a lot better, Kirby.
First 5 under. Astros can hit. Astros can play defense. Can they pitch? No. Under.
That's been their problem. The bats are not the problem for the Astros.
Blanco is going to deal. He could. 5 games left.
Yeah, we have the Boston Red Sox and the Minnesota Twins. Tanner Houck taking on Chris Paddock. We have this line opened up at a 120. It immediately went down to a 108, and it's back up to a 120. Line opened up at an 8.5 at minus 115, and now we're seeing an 8 in this game as well. So kind of an interesting line movement in this spot. Here, move towards the under, really no move on the side. 61% of tickets, 80% of the cash is on the Twins. With the line not moving, the initial move was towards the Red Sox. And then we have 55% of tickets, 59% of cash coming in on the over, and the line moving towards the under. I don't trust Chris Paddock for an under in this game, though. Let's get into the line history in this spot here. Or the pitchers, my bad. Tanner Houck, who's been phenomenal this year. A 1.6 ERA, 0.92 whip, 9.38 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%. 1.14 walks per nine, a 201 BABIP, or 286 BABIP, but 201 FIP, and a 2.65 Sierra. On the flip side, definitely the pitching advantage going towards Houck in this game. 5.88 ERA, 1.69 whip for Paddock. He's not been great. And a 7.27 strikeouts per nine, 17% strikeout rate. 2.08 walks per nine, a 375 BABIP, a 4.85 FIP, and a 4.23 Sierra. Bullpen advantage does go towards these Twinnies, though. And the hitting advantage slightly goes towards the Red Sox here at 113, which is 5th. I'm interested in Boston. I'm interested in Houck. And for me, it would be first 5 or nothing for me, because I don't know if I trust the Red Sox full game, personally. I want to take a look at where the lines moved for the first 5, which the lines moved towards Boston for the first 5 innings. That's where I'm going to go in this game. I'm going to take Houck and the Red Sox in the first 5 innings here in this spot.
Good. We have another play. I like the Red Sox here. And good job, Minnesota. You've won 10 straight games against Chicago, LA, and Chicago. And no, not Cubs, Dodgers, Cubs. It was White Sox, Angels, White Sox. So, yes, they won. Oof. Good job. Fantastic. They're on a hot streak. They're against crap teams. This Red Sox team I'm quite high on. And they're exactly in that same, and they're in the position that I expected them to be in, Nick. 3rd place. I expected Toronto and Tampa to be bad. Oakland, Orioles and Yankees to kind of run the division. Boston kind of in between. And right now, if the playoffs were to start, there would be slightly out of a wild card spot, half a game back. Kansas City would be in a wild card spot. That's fun. So would the Mets. Anyways, but I like Boston here. The line screams Boston, especially with how Minnesota's on its big win streak, and it's only a pick'em. Yeah, sign me up with the Red Sox.
Yep, Red Sox first 5 minus 115 for me.
Game of the card: Red Sox versus Twins, and you're on the Red Sox. I like it. Minus 115 for the Sox or plus 105 full game. It's quite a big difference. I'm on the full game. Nick's on the first 5, but we both like the Red Sox. This game's gross.
Yeah, but let's get into it here. We have minus 265 favorites are the let's see are the St. Louis Cardinals. Just massive chalk here. Total of 7.5 in this game. First off the rip, I have no interest in St. Louis. None at all. Not going to happen. Let's get into this, though, where we do have Sonny Gray and Brad Keller. Brad Keller? Yeah. Line open up at a 250. It's up to a 270. Line open up at an 8, -110. It's down to a 7.5, -113. Move towards the under, move towards the Cardinals. 96% of tickets, 98% of cash on the Cardinals. Line moving towards the Cardinals. No interest in the side. 45% of the tickets, 57% of cash on the under. The line moving towards the under definitely is appealing there for maybe an under in this game because I do think Gray can pitch well in this spot. The ultimate question is, can we get the same from Brad Keller, who has been limited this year? Or am I just what? How much has Brad Keller pitched this year? Because I'm seeing a 0 ERA, but FIP and Sierra up in 5 and 6. Okay, he's pitched
once,
1 and 2/3. Okay,
1 and 2/3.
Yep.
No runs, 2 walks.
Yep, 1 and 2/3. No one runs, 2 walks, no hits. Cool. I'm not going to go over his numbers then. Sonny Gray has been phenomenal. 1.16 ERA, 0.94 WHIP. 12.34 strikeouts per nine, which is 36%, 1.54 walks per nine, a 3.27 BABIP, but a 1.49 FIP and a 2.19 Sierra. Bullpen advantage going towards the Cardinals. Hitting advantage going towards the Cardinals, who are still subpar against right-handed pitching. 92 WRC plus, which is 21st, compared to 78, which is 28th. And this is me once again wanting to go back to another first 5 under in this game. The ultimate question is, do I trust Keller for a first 5 under? And I want to see more out of him. And that's what's end up going to keep me off of this game, is wanting to see more. So this will be a lean towards the first 5 under, but it's going to be a no play for me.
Bullpen game for the Sox. I want nothing to do with this game because this is I don't even want to really waste that much time with this game because I'm never betting the Sox here. And the St. Louis Cardinals run line is -125. I think the Cardinals are dog shit. So, no, I'm not interested in this game at all. Good luck to anybody who's betting it. I'm not going to be one of them.
Fair.
Go Red Sox, yes. I wish that the Cardinals were -300. No. White Sox money line, no, but pass. 3 games left, Nick.
Yeah. This one's an interesting line here. We have a pick'em between San Diego, Arizona, and I understand why it's a pick'em, but let's get into it here. We have the San Diego Padres and the Arizona Diamondbacks, Dylan Cease and Ciccone. I believe it's Stephen Ciccone or Slade Ciccone. My bad, Slade Ciccone. Line open up at a 105. It's still a 105 on both sides. Line open up at an 8.5 at -115. It's now a 9 at -116. So we move towards the over and no move on the side. We have 48% of tickets and 69% of cash. Nice on the Padres in this game here. And we have 55% of the tickets are on the under, but 60% of the cash is on the over. So we do have sharp money coming in on this over, which does have a little bit of appeal to me here in this game. Let's take a look at the pitchers in this one, where it's both have looked actually not bad. Dylan Cease the last 30 days, 2.61 ERA, 0.87 WHIP, 9.87 strikeouts per nine, which is 28%, 3.48 walks per nine, a 181 BABIP, a 2.96 FIP, and a 3.63 Sierra. On the flip side, Slade Ciccone, 2.25 ERA, 0.5 WHIP, 8.25 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%, 0.75 walks per nine, a 1.38 FIP, a 2.91 Sierra, or 1.38 BABIP, a 2.91 FIP, and a 3.12 Sierra. Bullpen advantage does go towards the San Diego Padres, as well as the hitting advantage, 111 WRC plus, which is 7th, compared to 79, which is 27th. For me, this is Padres or nothing, and I'm not interested in this game. This is just one of those spots where, and I guess I would lean towards the over, but both these pitchers have been pitching pretty well, but this line's gone from an 8.5 to a 9 with a sharp money on the over, which does tell me we expect runs in this game. So I think if I had gun to my head, the only thing I can play in this game is maybe the over, maybe a Padres team total over, fading Ciccone and fading that bullpen, but another pass for me.
It's kind of a lean towards Arizona. But I'll say this will be the last game I pass on. We'll have plays in the last 2 games. I would just want nothing to do with these games. I do like Arizona as a team. Obviously I have their division prop. They're not going to get there. They're 4 games under 500 already, and I think they're in 4th place. So not a really good start for that one. You were right with them. I have zero faith in the Padres. It'd be Arizona or nothing, but I'm passing on this game. I'll be betting the last 2. Which, let's jump into this one, Nick. Which I did lay a little bit of juice for, Nick.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I saw an interesting thing in one of our group chats, Tim. There is a team this year that has trailed in every single game they've played.
Miami.
Colorado. Let's get into this one here. We got the Oakland A's taking on the Miami Marlins in this game here, with the Oakland A's around $1.30 favorites with a total of 7.5 in this game. This is the game that I want on my TV later in the night. Line opened up at a 130. It's up to a 140 now for these Oakland A's. Line opened up at a 7.5 minus 125. It's now 7.5 minus 117. A move towards the under and a move towards the Oakland A's, expecting JP Sears to shove. He's taking on Ryan Weathers. Ryan Weathers, 4.21 ERA, 1.36 whip, 7.36 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%, 4.56 walks per 9, a 243 BABIP, a 5.65 FIP, and a 4.89 Sierra. On the flip side, we have JP Sears, 3.68 ERA, 0.99 whip so far this season, 7.06 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%, 2.76 walks per 9, a 192 BABIP, a 4.83 FIP, and a 4.46 Sierra. Bullpen advantage going towards these Oakland Athletics, who have actually looked really good bullpen-wise this year. And the hitting advantage going towards the Oakland A's as well, 84 WRC plus, which is 20th in baseball, but they get the 28th ranked offense against left-handed pitching today with the Miami Marlins. And I did play the Oakland A's in this game. I'm also kind of interested in the under in this game here as well. And maybe it's just a Marlins team total under, which is 3.5. Or it's just a first 5 under, which is 4.5. I look for JP Sears to shove in this game. Neither of these offenses excite me when it comes to offense. We have the Miami Marlins traveling from Miami to Oakland with no days off, because they played yesterday against Colorado and played a stressful game because it played an extra inning game and then traveled, which actually increases my want to back the Oakland A's more, which will be in the way of a first 5 money line as well. That's how I'm going to approach this game. And maybe an under is worth a look. Maybe a first 5 under is worth a look. Maybe a team total under for Miami is worth a look. But I'm going to double down on the Oakland A's here, and I'm going to take them first 5 as well. And the question is, actually, never mind, because they're minus 135, minus 140 range. I'm just going to stick to just the full game at minus 130 in this spot. And maybe I lean towards an under in this game, but it's no play for me. Or just the Oakland full game for me.
I will say I laid 135. I wouldn't mind doubling up on this game, going their run line as well. What's their run line at? I have to go to the next page. Run line at plus 155 area. I don't hate either.
So you can get plus money on the A's minus 1. That's not a bad look.
We're already on Oakland. Continuing to fade the Marlins, which I have the exact record for. Hold on. That's what I was doing the math for earlier. 22-11, up 13.48 units. So it's about the same as the Orioles trend for me. But the Orioles trend is two units a game. So, but sign me up for the Oakland Athletics.
Yeah, I like it. Oakland's been fun this year too. They've been I don't want to say a good team. I don't want to say it, but at the same time, they've not been a bad team. They've been a scrappy team. I think that's the best way to describe it. I think These Oakland A's are better than people think, and I'm pissed I didn't grab the over 57 wins for them this year, because they're going to skyrocket over the 57 wins.
That they will.
Skyrocket over there. Love it.
A's too expensive, unfortunately. Oh, run line it. Yo, what up,
Run
bros?
line it,
How's it going? Phillies and A's -1.5. Sure. Like it. Marlins, nope. Philly and Oakland have fully rested bullpens as well. That they do. All right, Nick, this is probably the game of the day.
Yeah, and you guys already know, this is going to sound – I think this is the most comfortable I'm going to be with the Dodger fade this year. And it's with the Atlanta Braves because I think the Atlanta Braves match up really well against them. Let's get into this matchup here. I love the pitching matchup in favor of the Atlanta Braves in this game. We have the Braves and the Dodgers. This line opening up with the Dodgers as -115 favorites. They're -110. When was the last time we saw the Dodgers at a pick'em in Dodger Stadium? This is a team where, I'm shocked that we're seeing a number this low.
Mm-hmm.
Line opened up in a 9 -105. It's now 9.5 and +102. So we've moved towards the over. We've moved towards the Dodgers, towards the Braves in this game here. Public on the Dodgers, 74% of tickets and 95% of cash on the Dodgers, with the line moving towards the Braves. So 48% of the tickets, 57% of the cash is coming on the over in this game as well. Would not surprise me to see this game be an over game. Charlie Morton and Gavin Stone's your pitching matchup. Morton, 3.6 ERA, 1.13 WHIP, 8.4 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%, 3.3 walks per nine, a 273 BABIP, but 3.46 FIP, and a 3.91 Sierra. Gavin Stone, 4.68 ERA, 1.44 WHIP, 6.48 strikeouts per nine, which is 17%, 4.32 walks per nine, a 295 BABIP, but 3.68 FIP, and a 5.05 Sierra. Bullpen advantage going towards the Braves. Hitting advantage does go towards the Dodgers. 127 WRC plus, which is number one in baseball against righties, compared to 102, which is 12th. I do see a pitching advantage with Morton over Stone. I'm not a fan of Stone, and I love betting against Stone. He's the number one pitcher where I like betting against him with the Dodger fade because I think he's the weak link on this rotation. Yes. So I will be on the Atlanta Braves in this game. I will be on them full game, and I can get them even money over on FanDuel.
I got him +110. I like the Braves in this one. And it's a fade of Stone. I know normally I don't back the fade the Dodger trend or whatever. Tomorrow I probably won't. It's Elder versus Glass now. So that's an interesting matchup. But I like the Braves in this matchup. I think they have the upper hand with Morton over Gavin Stone. And this Braves offense is something else. So I will be on the Braves. I got plus money for them. I like it. Six plays on the site for baseball. 5 of them are plus monies. So
love it.
I'd love to see that. So, by the way, Nick, put up your NHL plays, and then I can post up the member-only thing. But, yeah, that is everything for today's card. We'll quickly go back to the chat. Under on Acuna bases, no. Dodgers, no. No, and over on Acuna bases. Yeah, I would go over on Acuna bases. That is all of the games for today. Before we head on out, we'll quickly plug some stuff and then recap and all that good stuff. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all links in the description below. Those are the important ones right above Nick's head. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. We post on those every single day. Lots of shorts going out on the Twitter, on the Instagram, and on the TikTok. So make sure you guys are following all of that. If you guys are interested in becoming a member of the YouTube channel, $5.99 a month, 16 cents a day, you can do that as well. I'm about to post out the card once the hockey plays go up and I can track them. It's got all
hockey plays up.
Cool. It's got the play for it's got a EPL play. It's got a shit ton of college baseball that's scrolling across the bottom. MLB, NBA, and NHL. Just the one, by the way, Nick?
Just the one.
Okay. Man, you couldn't put up the other play. I like that one more. But
I didn't know it.
But all that will be available right about now. It's posted. So there you go. All that's up. Make sure you guys check that out. Morning, Nick. Morning, Tim. We missed you. It's all right, Brad. Have a good weekend, bro. See you too. Recap. We'll go to hockey. I like Vancouver and I like Vegas. Those are my personal plays. I know Nick's against me on one of them. I like the over in the Magic game. And then for baseball, Brewers, Orioles, kind of lean Phillies, Tigers. I like the Royals. I like Seattle, Red Sox. I like the Oakland Athletics, and I like the Atlanta Braves. And then in just a second, the college baseball will scroll across because I have a bunch of college baseball as well today. And I'll try to quickly run through them as it's scrolling so that we can go through that. I know that the first one that will pop up is NC State. They are in Florida State, so it's plus 190. We got Kentucky, who is hosting number 2 Arkansas. I'll take some big plus money with them at home. Creighton is a team I really like. They're against St. John's. Georgia money line, I like them. Georgia Tech's against Clemson. Mississippi State is against Alabama. Texas State, I can't go through them that quick. Texas State, Southern Miss, Texas. LSU's against number 1 A&M. Troy and Oregon. So there you go. That's all my place to say. Nick, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll start off with the NHL. Pretty plain simple for me. Nashville money line minus 130. Check my Twitter. I might put half unit plays on both Vegas and Nashville to win their series. So I might put small bets on those there. In the NBA, once again, I'm only focusing on one game. It's your Orlando Magic. First half full game. Minus 1.5. I got minus 130 on Fanatics for that. I'm fine with it. And then minus 3.5 full game, minus 115 on BetMGM. Into baseball, we double up on the first game. First 5 under 4, minus 120 on BetMGM. And full game money line for the Brewers, plus 106. San Francisco and Philadelphia, first 5 under 4, minus 115. Detroit Tigers, first 5 plus 130 over on BetMGM. I also use the Tigers as my up 2 promo for DraftKings. And then the Rangers minus 102 over on FanDuel. Boston Red Sox minus 115 over on Fanatics. Mariners minus 102 on FanDuel. Athletics minus 130 on FanDuel. And Atlanta Braves even money over on FanDuel as well.
Right on. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow with another one. Peace out, guys.